Hello everyone, we were back at it with Final Fantasy XI. Been a little while since I did a video on this. It's been a few months, I think. Just took some time off to see to some other stuff that I needed to get done, you know, take care of my mental health, which is important, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, now that I am back at this, I'm ready to complete the original, the base game story. So we are on rank 5 of 5. And, yeah, so I know at this point, there are some fights, especially I remember the last fight of the main campaign, where you do have to control your magical and physical attacks. You know, at some points, they'll be immune to one or the other, from what I remember. So it also recommends on the guides that you're at least level 50 or above. So I'm playing it safe, and I'm going with my red mage. So I am currently a level 65 red mage. Been slowly leveling that up, getting the limit caps a little bit higher over time. So yeah, I think this should be pretty easy with level 65. I could probably solo it, to be honest. I shouldn't need to summon NPCs to help me out or anything like that. So I'm gonna see how it goes. Maybe it'll be a huge disaster, and maybe I am vastly underestimating the difficulty here, but anyways, what will happen will happen. Let's see how it goes. An emergency order has been issued to all guards and adventurers loyal to Windurst. Issuance of missions has stopped pending further instructions from Heaven's Tower. Hey, you should go check and see what's happening at Heaven's Tower. Well, that's the first time that we've got a different message, I think. Usually it's the same kind of stock thing that he tells us. But yeah, let's go over to Heaven's Tower and let's see what the heck is going on. A little while ago, my wife and I had the pleasure of getting tickets to the A New World Music from Final Fantasy concert tour, and the Winnipeg stop was the very first stop on the tour. It was awesome getting to see like this small orchestral group. So it's much smaller than the Distant Worlds concert, if you're at all familiar with that. I love Distant Worlds, but this is a lot more intimate, much smaller group that's playing these songs, and they did a lot of stripped down arrangements of really soft, gentle music. I mean, they did some really intense stuff as well, like some boss battle music and tons of really energetic stuff, but they also did a rendition of Heaven's Tower. And I never thought much about that song before. You know, it didn't really jump out in the soundtrack as much more than a piece of atmosphere, but the way that they pulled it off was just so cool, and like, yeah, the way that they did, like, one half of the stage doing pizzicato on one part, and then, like, on the offbeats, the other half of the stage would do pizzicato notes, and it just had this really cool arrangement to it, so that was awesome. And it was the first night of the tour, so, yeah, they just had a lot of fun with it. There was naturally stuff that went wrong along the way, a few little hiccups here and there, but the coolest thing was there was somebody in the audience who proposed to his girlfriend, and they had arranged this ahead of time, so he dropped to one knee, they made the announcement, and then when she said yes, they did the victory fanfare music, and they said that in a tweet later on that they even had to prepare a sad victory fanfare theme in a minor key just in case she said no. But yeah, it was awesome. It was such a good night. Ah, Clementine, I have awaited your return. While you were stationed in Juneau, a great tragedy befell us here in Windurst. Please explain the details, Semilafina. As you wish. I'm sure you have heard the stories of Windurst sealing Castle Sval with a talisman nearly 20 years ago. This talisman was placed in the central tower of the Horitoto ruins and sealed with a powerful barrier. However, on the night of the last full moon, this barrier was broken and the talisman stolen. To think that the Yagudo now have the power to nullify such magic. Now, Semilafina, we are not certain if the bandits were the Yagudo. I was also visited by a bearer of darkness. My apologies. Clementine, to protect it from theft, the talisman used to seal Castle Sval was divided into 3 pieces and distributed to each of the 3 ruling nations of Vanadil. Checking up on Sandoria and Bastok's talismans will be our mission. For you, we have another task. Let me take it from here. Je m'appelle Rakususu.
I am the Minister of Rhinostery.
I wasn't expecting one of them to have a French accent. That was the last thing I was expecting.
At the northwestern tip of the cursed Boursidine Glacier, there are the ruins of the lost city named Feyin. Long ago, in Vanadil, there existed a civilization as advanced as ours. I believe that these ruins are from that civilization. Civilization.
I've never done this voice before.
This is what they call themselves. We have also discovered similar ruins on the western continent of Terrigan. When you think of how long ago this city was built, it is a miracle that they are even standing. It is as if they are being protected by some mysterious force. 30 years ago, a group of representatives from these three countries of Windurst, Bastok, and Sandoria were sent to Feyin to investigate the strange powers that lie dormant beneath these ruins.
How do French people talk like this? This is so much work.
However, these ruins were squirming with ghosts and strange machines. The expedition was a failure. But after the Great War, the forces from these three countries succeeded in ridding the place of all its unwanted inhabitants. The arena located within Feyin was then chosen as the location for a fourth seal to strengthen the barrier placed on the Northlands from the inside. Clementine, I wish for you to travel to the Feyin ruins. See if the fourth seal that the minister speaks of is still intact. If you find anything disturbing, use this new seal in place of the old. The rumors of the revival of the Shadow Lord trouble me. However, if the barrier sealing the Northlands was to break, and the nether beasts were allowed to roam the peaceful lands of Vanadil once more... Clementine, may the stars guide you on this perilous journey.
Alright, I hope I don't have to read too much more of Rukususu's dialogue, because I have pretty much just one tarutaru voice. As soon as you start working in French accents there, I am pretty hopeless. What are we gonna find here? Oh, hey, it's my friends. 30 years ago, the three nations, Windurst, Bastok, and Sandoria, sent an expedition to investigate this cursed land. The Galka swordsman, Raugrim, the Hume monk, Cornelia, and the Hume warrior, Ulrich. The Elvon knight, Frank mage, the Tarutaru white mage, Irukuiru, and the Mithra ranger, Rabantah, were the members of this expedition. All of them were great heroes of their people, but they had to cut the expedition short when an accident claimed two of their group. Raugrim and Cornelia were the ones who died in the accident. The others are said to have suffered violent deaths themselves after their return. Perhaps they had awakened the curse that was said to be buried in this land. They may have called forth the Ancient Bane. The Ancient Bane? The Shadow of Darkness, an image of the Shadow Lord, told us that our kinds were the ones who had awakened him. That he would spread the bane that will destroy Vanadil from our cowardice, rage, envy, arrogance, and apathy. His image, I see. The great bane will devour the fair land of Vanadil. The ancient seal will be broken, awakening nightmares of ages past. The blood of innocence will soak the earth, and the world will fall into fear and despair. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, and as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold on to one hope in these darkest of times. That they will come with the wisdom of ages and the strength of thousands to deliver us from our plight. We await the awakening of the Warriors of the Crystal. That's an old song. It's called The Warriors of the Crystal, isn't it? Just an old wives' tale. I do not know why I mentioned it. I must go. I do not expect to find much, but something troubles me. Okay, here we go. I'm guessing there's not really going to be any stuff in here to really give me too much trouble. You know, one of the things I love about playing through this game is even if you've got a walkthrough, and even if you know exactly where to go, and it tells you everything there is to know about these levels, it still makes you think a little bit with figuring out how to get to these places in the actual game. Every map is like a well-crafted maze, and I like that, because, you know, just following through with a walkthrough, you would think that'd be pretty boring, but no, it's still fun getting to travel through these areas. even if there's not a whole lot of combat going on and a whole lot of puzzles or anything like that, it's still just fun little areas to explore, and you feel like you've actually accomplished something even after you've followed a walkthrough to get to that point. Oh boy. Oh, well. Well, I don't know what happened there. I seem to have triggered the attention of something that I should not have, but hey, I'm gonna summon my NPC friends for next time, and hopefully we'll avoid that. So that thing was the Wekufe. Okay, taking that note and putting that deep in my memory, avoid this thing because, oh boy. Anyways, at least I know how to get back relatively quickly, so I will be right back. Okay, so we're back. Let's try that again. So that was not a notorious monster that killed me. That was my first thought, but then I realized, hey, wait a minute, it wouldn't say it was incredibly tough, it would say its strength is impossible to gauge, and it definitely said it was tough, so I looked it up, and yeah, it's just a normal monster. It's level 95. So I thought I was gonna be way over-leveled for this, because what am I, 65? Yeah. I thought, yeah, tops there'll be maybe 50 going in here, maybe, probably 45 or something a little bit lower than that. And yeah, some of them are, but there are tons that are just like pretty much max level critters in here. So I'm gonna take every precaution. I got a little bit too confident there. We'll definitely want sneak to be on us because I read that most of these enemies here are going to be triggered by sound. Maybe deodorize as well, just to be safe. I don't really want to do invisible because, you know, then if we have to perform some kind of an action, then it won't work if we're invisible. So I only use that if it specifically says to have that enabled. Okay, this looks fine. As long as I keep doing wide scans every once in a while, I think I should be safe. Then again, I also said I was going to be safe before, and look at where that landed me. So, I shouldn't go that way. If I go north and then east, then I should avoid it altogether. Thank you, Mr. Monster, for getting in the way of the most convenient path there, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. I don't want to have to walk back this whole way. Of course, like just after I was talking about how fun it is to navigate these mazes, as soon as you find yourself rocketed back to the beginning and you have to do the whole thing over again, it becomes a little bit less fun. Just a little bit. Oh, there's a notorious monster. What was it called? Jenglot? Let's see if I can find that on the wiki. Okay, the Jenglot is a notorious monster, but it appears to be weaker than the other one. Oh, there are a lot of things around here. Okay, there are a lot of weak things around here. I'm just worried that something is going to be crazy high in level and it's going to jump out at me, but I think I'm safe. At least I've got my friends here to watch my back. Oh, and I've got these guys. Hello, friends. Oh boy. Incredibly tough. Oh no. Where's the crystal? Where's the crystal? Oh, I gotta go to the north. Get out of the way. Oh no. My anxiety just went through the roof. Oh, more incredibly tough things. Oh no. And it looks like my sneak is about to run out. Look, I just need to touch that crystal and then I'm good. Okay. We made it through the scary place. Alright, let's do this. This looks like an interesting, beautifully colored place to be. Okay, so let's try doing this solo. How will that go? Who knows? Let's just see if we can. Just because I know we can warp right back outside the door of where we need to start. So, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? I could get completely beat up, but let's see what happens. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's get him with poison and bio. And Diaga. Pretty much everything that can... Oh no, he's continually summoning more things. Fire seems like it would be an effective thing against the undead. Let's see if it's more powerful than thunder. Okay, yeah, thunder is still better. Oh man. Well, I think I am probably going to need my my friends. Cure 4. They're probably going to interrupt me. Yep. Maybe Cure 2 will be less slow. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need my friends here with me. Man. That Archlich is tough. Okay, so that did not go well. I'm surprised. This is a fairly straightforward mission, and this is already my second time dying. So let's try that again. I'll bring some friends this time, and we'll see if it goes a little bit smoother this time. Yeah, I thought I'd be way over-leveled for this part, and that it would be easy to do with a level 65 Red Mage, but yeah, it turns out it's actually still a challenge, so I have a newfound respect for people that can solo this stuff. I mean, maybe you've just got to be the right job, maybe you've just got to use the right abilities and like really strategize properly, but me, I'm taking the easy way out, and I'm just gonna summon my companions to help me out with this. Alright. Take 2, here we go. Alright, so just do as much damage over time stuff as we can. And slow would be helpful if we can slow him down. Oh. Let's try that again. There we go. Interrupty McGee over here won't let me do my stuff. And then, did I already get him with bio? No, I don't think I did. Alright, let's do Seraph Blade. I feel like holy damage is the way to go. Yeah. And I'm just gonna hit him with thunder in the meantime. Alright, thank you, Kapipi. I need the heals. I need those heals bad. See how... Okay, so he's summoning less stuff than he did before, I think. Unless I'm just misremembering. Like, I think he just kept summoning stuff before, so maybe now he's a little bit more preoccupied. And I hope this is one of those situations where we kill him and then we're done. We're good. We don't have to kill everything that's left on the screen. I hate that. When you think that once you kill the one thing, then you've won the level. But hopefully when he's done, everything else will disappear. Yep, that looks about right. Alright. Sweet. We are good to go. Awesome job, Zaid. You dealt the final blow. You fight well, but you should learn to pace yourself. Battles are won by those who can still swing their swords at the end of the day. I'm curious, what are you doing here? The beastmen have been acting strangely. Were you asked to spy on them?
The Seal of the Northlands. Ah, that thing those Tarutaru did at the end of the Great War.
I have seen no signs of it. It must have already been broken. I wish I could see the look on your superiors' faces when they find out. You say that you have brought another seal? You should not have bothered, as they are useless. Who am I? I am just a wandering knight. I do not care what the beastmen do, nor should you. The Shadow Lord was killed 20 years ago, and that is a fact. These rumors of him returning are just plain nonsense. But Castle's Val is also called the Crossroad of Fates, and yet it cannot be.
I am delighted at the news of your safe return. What did you find in Feiyin? Was the seal... I see, so the seal is no more. If the beastmen were to lead a force of nether beasts into Windurst, we would be thrust back 20 years. Your Holiness, we must stop the revival of the Shadow Lord at all costs. We cannot let history repeat itself. I feel the same way, Semilafina. Let us call forth the 5 ministers of Windurst. We need to work together at this time of despair. You will be summoned when your next mission has been decided. Go and prepare for your journey. The light of the Great White Star will guide you here when it is time.
Woo! All right. Well, that was a pretty straightforward mission. Not too many twists and turns or getting lost or anything like that. Pretty straightforward. Just the minor setbacks of me being ill-prepared and dying twice. I didn't see that coming, but there we go. So let's call that a day then. And yeah, when we come back next time around, we are going to be facing the Shadow Lord head on. It's going to be the final dungeon of the base game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll get to see how this all wraps up. And then I guess I have to do the side missions for Windurst as well, because there's like a whole separate storyline that I guess you have to go through to get the entire package deal. So we'll save the final boss for next time. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you later.